We're live there, so we should be able to go.
This is Aussie Mac Zone. We'll cover everything Apple, including Macs, iPhones, iPads, and more. All this from an Aussie perspective. Sit back, relax, and insert yourself into the zone. The Aussie Mac Zone.
Young Zarn, how are you?
Good, Michael. How are you?
Excellent, thank you. We're up to episode 393. 393.
So
Been a bit spaced
close.
out lately because of work and not too much news
Lockdown
going around. And
yeah.
So just before we get started on the September event, in Apple News, Aussie Mac Zone, I'm publishing an article this afternoon, which is to do with emails I've been getting, enticing me to buy tickets in an RSL lottery or a deaf lottery.
Yep.
There was another one today for something else. I mean, been getting them every day, and they're all fake. They're all from people in Brazil and stuff. And it just the article's got, how to hover your mouse over the address to see where it's really from.
Yep.
So you don't just go in and give them $2. If they had 100,000 people give them $2 each, they're a mile in front, aren't they? So please don't give them any money. Give the real people the money.
Yeah.
Like contact the deaf lottery office or whoever it is, or the RSL. I'm sure they have them, but just make sure we know what's happening, please. So we're going to talk about the Apple event that was held this week. Yes. And just our little thoughts on it, on the stuff that came out. So where would you like to start?
Well, let me think. There's so much cool stuff. I don't know where to start. I think let's start with the iPhone 13.
Okay.
I thought it was amazing. Not just the one phone, but they have the iPhone 13, the i13 Pro, the i13 Max, the i13 Mini.
The Mini, for example, we weren't necessarily expecting that this year because they were talking about dropping it.
That's right, and they were. They thought that we all thought it was just going to be the iPhone 12 Mini, and that was it. It was sort of just like a revamp of a phone, but no, they've brought it out. They're all running the A15 Bionic chip, which is fantastic. It's probably the smartest phone on the market
by a long way.
Yeah. Look, what has it got? Not just an amazing camera, which we'll go into more detail of, but it's also completely ceramically coated, which makes it water resistant, way more durable, like gone to the days.
The pros.
Yeah.
Have got 2.5 hour longer battery life.
That's right.
2.5 hours.
Yeah. It's massive.
It's a massive amount. And the minis.
It is.
The mini and the 13 itself are 1.5 hours longer.
Yeah.
Like that's a really big increase.
It is. It's a huge increase. Like
you think like the average person, say the next phone, will get 2 days out of a battery.
Yeah.
If they go up like that, you're going to get the average person is going to get 2 days out of a battery.
Yeah.
So
and then the ceramic, the ceramic coating makes it so much more durable. Gone are the days of like dropping and breaking your screen, freaking out. Oh no, I'm going to break my screen. It's going to cost me a few $100s to repair. With the ceramic coating and the more durable glass, it's just it's almost a thing of the past. Unless you're throwing it at the ground, you should be okay. Of course, you're always going to have a case on your phone anyway, and you're going to have a protector on there. I always did.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows I am hopeless with phones. I've been doing the show long enough to know how many phones I've been through.
And like the 28% brighter,
Yeah, 28% brighter.
Yeah.
And which is amazing because I only ever had my phone on a quarter of the way anyway. That's that bright.
Yeah.
And so now they're 28% brighter. The cameras on the Pro series. The cameras on the Pro series have got the wider lens, the bigger zoom, 3 times optical zoom, and the new feature in that, which is the cinematic feature.
Yeah.
Which you can make movies.
It's the new one's got 6 times optical zoom. By the
6 times optical. I apologize. I knew it was. I knew it was a. Yep.
Yeah, and the macro photography, which is going to be excellent.
The macro photography. Oh my God! I was watching videos about the macro photography and just the capture of dewdrops on leaves and flowers and that sort of stuff. I was just amazed. It's a camera.
The most important thing to remember for that, when you're using the wide angle one, really is to use a tripod.
Yes,
that's one of the most important things.
Yeah, these have gone. They're a device in themselves. Like they're a computer in themselves now.
Absolutely.
Gone are the days where I can almost do everything I need to do on my phone now that I do on the laptop.
Yeah.
There's only a couple of things that I can't do properly. I can still do them. I just can't do them properly. And it's just amazing. I love it. And this is just the phone. Like this is just the phone release. It's not even
128 gig for the standard one.
Yeah, 128 gig. That used to be the biggest phone. I remember I always used to get the biggest.
That's the starting point now.
Yeah,
because they want people to do the video work and that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I always got the bigger one because I like to do the video stuff and I like to film my mates skating. I like to film the kids. I like to film, like us, like Jake, Adam and I on dirt bikes. We're taking photos of everything and everywhere we go. And so I always got the bigger one. So I had that memory there. So we could do that sort of stuff. And I'd still have all my apps running and games and I had all that room. And now that's the starting point. And you get a 512 gig, Well,
you get with the Pro, you got one terabyte.
Is it 1 terabyte now?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Pro.
The Pro. Huh. 1 terabyte.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like, I remember just like, you'd take 3 photos when I first got a smartphone before the Apple was released. And, I had a Nokia, and you'd take 16 photos, and then you'd have to go and take it to a computer, upload the photos so you could take more photos.
Yeah.
And the photo quality was terrible. It was so bad. And I still carried a camera around with me everywhere.
Yeah.
So I could get the photos that I wanted, and I still had to take that camera into a Photoshop and and get it done. I do like film. I still like to take photos with film cameras.
Yeah.
Just for the fun of it. It's no other real point of that. But, with the quality of the new phones and the photos, 99.9% of my photos are done through a phone. Yeah. And the quality is fantastic. I mean, we've got a new puppy. And she's been running around with Bandit everywhere, and I've been snapping shots of them doing everything together, and zooming in, everything like that. And I've only got the iPhone 8, and still the quality of that's amazing.
Yeah,
And so the 13 is it's a professional device, and that's why if you buy the Pro, it's a professional device.
Yeah,
it gives you that quality.
And if you're going to start shooting like cinematic 4K, that's why you need the big. The terabyte
storage
space. Because 4K does take up a lot of.
Yeah, and now to go on with the colors, they've released pink.
Yeah,
I had to say that first because when I told Kellyanne that they had released a pink iPhone, she went nuts. And she really was. I want a pink iPhone. I'm like, you've got a pink iPhone. She says, it's just the case. I'm like,
there's a purple one.
Pink iPhone. Sorry.
There's a purple.
Yeah, there's the purple one as well. And the purple ones are released in the iPhone 10 as well. I think Kerr's got an iPhone 10. I think you can get a purple one in the iPhone 10. I think hers is purple actually. And so, you know, there's some really cool colors out there as well. I think
even little things that they talked about. One of the little things they talked about was the two little things, those little antenna stripes that are on the side of the phone.
Yep.
Those little bands on the. They're made out of recycled bottles.
Yeah.
So that's the antenna lines, and they also talked about how much they've changed the packaging and how much plastic they're saving just on that, like tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of plastic. And
by recycling, you know, the packaging they're using is mostly recyclable as well.
Yeah.
Which is amazing, and they really are, you know, thinking towards that, you know, sort of recyclable, reuse, redevelop, you know, chain of thought, which is amazing. It's so good because we really, you know, we have enough resources to be able to do that. You know, we can pull and recycle everything that we almost reuse every day. So, you know, if they're willing to go ahead and do that, you know, a few other companies are on the same track. Reebok, for one, have just made a pair of shoes completely made out of recycled products.
Yeah.
Adidas as well. So, you know,
I saw a YouTube video a week or so ago, which was about Singapore recycling. Astounding.
Yeah.
Because they're only a little island.
That's right, yeah.
And they're actually making land out of their waste.
Yeah.
But all the things they do for their recycling is unbelievable. It's just brilliant. Hats off to them.
There's a woman, a scientist. She's in Africa somewhere.
Yeah.
And she's recycling plastics and making house bricks out of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're 3 times stronger than the brick that you would normally use. and you know, 3 times more durable than a brick that you would normally use, and it costs, you know, it's the cost of making the brick, but they're using all recycled plastics. They're collecting all this recycled plastic and making it, and
it's the stuff China wouldn't take off us anymore.
Yeah,
and stuff that we just ship overseas because we can't be bothered doing it,
I know.
Or whatever. I know there's a lot of it. I do accept there is a lot of it, so
there
we can share it around. But
we could
happy to share it around.
You know, we could be doing the same thing. You know, imagine making building materials out of recycled plastics.
Yeah.
And things like that. That is 3 times more durable than a brick that we're using today.
Yeah.
You know, like, why aren't we doing that? Anyway, off topic. Next.
The watch.
Yeah.
Simple, yeah.
Yeah, the watch is cool. So I'm going to say cool about everything, by the way. So just so we're going to get used to this, I'm going to say cool about everything. So sit back and enjoy me being excited and thinking everything is cool.
So 20% more screen.
That's right.
On the 6 and 50% more than the Series 3. That's a lot. The glass is shaped a little bit different.
It is. I really like the design of it. It's really nice. It's a good looking watch.
Mm-hmm. Just very, very slight changes, but and the important thing is everybody's bands still fit. So if you are going from a Series 3 to a Series 7, everything will still fit. It's great.
I said to Kellyanne, I might actually even get one because I've got huge wrists, and it'd look silly if I had a small watch on my wrist. And I said to Kel, because I had a look at the Series 6, and the bigger size they made was a good size for my wrist. Yeah. And I don't think the size has changed too much for the Series 7 that way, but except for the screen. But now it's got the bigger screen too. I'm like, well, I'd actually wear that. Because
it made it big enough that they feel that they can put a full-size keyboard on it that you can just slide your finger around to do the typing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you see a lot more text on the displays.
Yeah, and I I'd actually get one of those. So I was holding off and waiting to sort of get something big enough for me to wear, and I think the Series 7 is definitely it.
I've got down order today, available next week, but that's not correct for the watch. I don't know why I've written that for the watch, but because there is no specific delivery date for the watch.
No.
They're not even an ordering date, I don't think. So, Next,
iPad.
The original iPad, the ordinary iPad,
Yep.
which now works. So the Series 1 Apple Pencil works with it.
Yep.
It's got the A13 Bionic. It's 20% faster, 3 times faster than a Chromebook.
Yep.
12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and it's got that center stage on it, so you can sit it there and you can walk around, and the camera basically doesn't follow you, but it makes it look like the camera is following you around.
Yeah.
Good price, $4.99.
Yeah.
Starts at $4.99. You can order that the other day, and it's available next Friday, I think.
Mini. The new Mini.
Yeah.
The new Mini's phenomenal. I love it.
It's astounding.
All the way. It's again all the way to the edge. Like the screen's
just about,
all the way to the edge.
Yeah. Just about.
Comes in some cool colors, but it's got the same chip and
purple, pink, starlight, space grey. Yeah. It's got Touch ID on the top button, so hasn't got a home button.
Yep.
40% increase in CPU, 80% increase in graphics.
Yep.
Twice as fast machine learning. USB-C port, so you can put on a hard drive on the bottom of it if you want to, if you haven't, you want more space, or you're trying to edit a video or whatever.
Yeah, I was thinking because Hunter's got his new one.
Yeah. And
I thought the little Mini would be good for Levi. And I want to get Mason a bigger one as well, because it's also getting old, Mason's iPad. And so I thought Christmas time comes around, I'll get the two of them new iPads, and the Levi's and Masons will retire those and put them into our Apple archives.
Yes. And the interesting thing, just going back to the standard iPad.
Yep.
It's still got a home button.
Yep.
It's still got the lightning connector on the bottom.
Yep.
And part of that is because using them in classrooms.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are charged up on trolley. A lot get sold to schools, and a lot are charged up on trolleys.
Yeah.
Right. So
Mason's school uses
it. Yeah. So it's a big change to make that USB-C, for example, and to get rid of the fingerprint reader or whatever. Because you can have at schools, they're allowed they've got multiple login for school iPads, whereas we don't. And another thing that was brought up by someone today was how much people that actually, because some families have got iPads at home, Chromebooks at school, and how much the kids that know the difference really, really hate the Chromebooks, because you can't do drawing on a Chromebook, for example, to anywhere near the same extent that you can on an iPad.
I'm using a Chromebook. I use a Chromebook for work, and then I come home and I use my Apple, for home. Yeah, and it's an astounding difference. Like the Chromebooks, they're literally disposable. That's all they're disposable computers. Like they are just, I guess that's why they're so cheap too. They are quite cheap, and You get what you pay for.
Yeah. So and that also, the other thing is, in a lot of cases, that helps the teachers out because they're only, you can only type on it.
Yeah.
Then they don't have to worry about what the kids are really doing and things like that.
Yeah, and I think that's I think that's good too. Like, because you really can only type on it. You can't really get any games and stuff like that. The Chromebooks you can, but they're a pain in the butt, and that sort of stuff. So the kids don't really try not to go into games, and that they can play Pac-Man and things like that. But most kids these days don't care about Pac-Man.
Got a lot to learn.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. Apple Fitness Plus.
Yeah.
Not that we're lucky enough to be in it, but
talk for yourself.
So there's 1,200 workouts available in 4K on Apple Fitness Plus.
And I've done them all.
They got new workouts coming every week.
I've watched every single one.
Excellent.
I could watch hard work all day.
It's coming to 15 new countries with subtitles. So it'll still be in English, but it'll have subtitles on it. 15
Do we
new
need
countries.
subtitles?
We don't. We do probably as well. Like when they start talking.
I know. I've seen Aussie movies in the States have subtitles because they can't understand our accents. And Scottish ones. I've watched a Scottish movie at home, and it needed subtitles. even though they speak English, I didn't understand a word they were saying.
A long way away from it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Got Pilates coming.
Awesome.
And guided meditation coming.
I've seen that actually on an ad on the Apple TV.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's really good, not for us this year, but for America and then us, is they've got specific workouts to get you ready for the snow season. So you can be more healthy and your legs are straight up to, being able to do more snowboarding or whatever.
Awesome.
So you don't get stuffed by the end of lunchtime and go and have a sleep. You can make money of your daily pass,
I do that while I'm at home.
And then later this month, they've got group workouts coming. So you can do a workout with half a dozen of you, for example. So that's pretty, it's all part of keeping the interest, keeping people doing it, keeping people healthy while they're stuck at home still.
Yeah.
Like that's America important. Got really good for a little while, and then they started to go back because of the COVID situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. The intro song, for example, California Soul, being sung at the beginning, that was really cool. The whole thing was about California because all the video clips and everything were all California.
Yeah.
And they had lots of different lots and lots of presenters.
Yeah.
Which was good. Who else?
What are you doing? You're going to get stuck. Sorry.
Cinematic mode. That's all right. And right at the end, that like something we never had, like we've only had since the COVID thing, was like this really long, all about COVID health and safety at the end of the video about, people were standing certain distance apart and all that. That's all right. I found the bit. It's 600 million tons less plastic in the packaging alone. 600 million tons.
Yep.
Lots of photographic style features. So everything, I think we've covered everything just to give everyone a sort of rundown.
Yeah.
If you go to Apple's YouTube channel,
which I've been on all day.
Yeah, there are little bits and pieces on all the stuff, which is really good.
Did you
don't have to sit there for the hour and a half? There's also an hour-long preview of the whole thing, which was over an hour and a half. So.
Yep. Did you see the clip about Apple Glass?
About the glass on the phones?
The glasses. Apple glasses.
No.
Yeah. we'll talk about them some other time.
All right. What else? Yeah. And they did some interesting things, like when Tim Cook walked from the desert onto the stage in one of the clips.
Yeah.
Making use of the phone and things you can do now. So I think that's everything.
Yeah.
There are lots of things weren't there. We're still waiting to see what happens about any new Macs coming.
Yeah.
Any new AirPods coming. For example, they released a new wallet, the magnetic wallet that goes on your phone.
Yeah.
Which has now got a thing. So when it separates, as soon as it separates, it makes a note in Find My where it's separated. So that's, so if you lose your wallet, you can say, oh, it was in the car, or it's in the, when you just, and when you're leaving things behind now, it tells you straight away.
Yeah.
Like you've left, your watch will tell you you've left your phone behind and things like that. So
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else?
For me,
just a rundown. Yeah.
Yeah, just a rundown today. We'll do another show on Monday if you want.
Yeah.
Do a full show.
Yep. Be good.
Yeah, talk about entertainment and gaming and all that sort of stuff. And
lots, yeah. Yep. There is finally a lot more to talk about.
There is.
And have a look at don't forget, Aussie Mac Zone on Apple News. It's got the basic rundown where I've just basically been typing as much as I could while I was watching the show. That's how I do the rundowns. It'll have what else we got? There was another thing, wasn't there? I'm just going into news on my iPad that I'm reading from. There we go. Oh, yeah. Apple Care Plus expansion in Australia and Germany and the United Kingdom. So we now got theft and losses now available in Germany, Australia, and the UK on select iPhone models.
Yep.
So that's just, Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. So show promotion. Yeah, show promotion.
Yeah. So basically, go.
Show notes link each week on show upload. The link being
AussieMacZone.com.au/AMZ393 this week.
There you'll see the last 6 weeks of show notes.
Yep. So it's
you can
email Zarn or Michael. That's right. At AussieMacZone.com.au.
And however you get our delicious voices into your ears, please give us a rating.
Yes.
And a like for your friends, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. But now, over to Zarn for the sign-off.
Excellent. Thanks, guys. And that was a quick one. Remember, apple a day keeps the androids away. See you guys. Bye.
Thank you.